to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we are continuing the underrated Extravaganza featuring, well, I won't get into the match just yet. We got to tell the people exactly what they're in for. I think they know because they've been watching. They have to know because they subscribe.
Of course.
They know exactly what's going on because we've been doing it for over a week now. It's the underrated Extravaganza where we watch matches that are allegedly underrated according to Reddit, the Squared Circle, and a certain person named, is it JamesCDiamond? JamesCDiamond recommended this match. Pretty much all the matches we've been reviewing so far is a product of Mr. Diamond's brain. So Mr. Diamond, you are prolific and gifted, and today we're gonna watch a certain match featuring the excellence of execution. Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Will you please tell the people who Bret Hart's opponent is in this possibly, potentially underrated match?
Absolutely. So he wrestled Hakushi. So he was the guy that actually had his manager was Shinja.
Okay.
And if you've listened to the Bruce Pritchard podcast, they talk about this all the time.
Really? Okay.
So, there's some fun stories about Shinja, but Hakushi Jinjei Sasaki actually had these like fake tattoos all up and down his body. So,
really?
Yeah.
So this is almost like the Prince Albert when he came back?
Sort of.
Okay, all right. I don't remember the guy's name.
It was Tenzai.
Tenzai, oh my gosh, yeah. Those are one of the many mistakes that Vince McMahon has made over the years, but okay, I don't remember Hakushi, which is why I shut the hell up and let you explain who the opponent was.
Yeah, this guy's an amazing superstar, and then after this run, he actually had a huge run in ECW.
Ooh, okay.
So like he's in that class of like Tajiri. So like if you've seen Tajiri, this is a guy that's like a very close like cousin or brother to that style. Like you're gonna see some amazing stuff, especially for this being like 1995, and just we're not ready for this.
See, I have nothing but good things to say about Tajiri. Tajiri is a very special individual, and I'm gonna tell you why. Tajiri is an innovator of offense. The reason why he is an innovator of offense is because he was the first and only person that I ever heard do the leg slap. The leg slap from Tajiri on the leather pants was amazing because I thought he's killing him. He's killing him. Listen to those shots. And then the tarantula, of course, as well. Was amazing. So if this guy's anything like Tajiri, he gets my thumbs up. However, Tajiri also gets a little bit of a negative vibe from me through no fault of his own. The fact that Tajiri got over with leg slapping has made leg slapping the most overused, overrated, unbearable thing in all of professional wrestling, in my opinion. Do you agree with that?
100%.
It's like blaming Shawn Michaels for the plethora of super kicks that abound in every freaking promotion worldwide. That's not Shawn Michaels' fault, but the fact that he got over a simple shuffle or sidestep side kick that turned it into this huge thing, and now everybody, their cousin is doing it. Same thing,
Super kick party!
Oh dear God, Canadian Destroyer, whatever. Okay, I'm getting off topic. The Jag got distracted. I don't want to be distracted because we're gonna go watch Bret the Hitman Hart, the excellence of execution, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be against Mr. Someone who I do not remember, named Hakushi at In Your House number 1. What year was this?
1995.
1995. So the link is in the description, people. Open up a new tab, click the button, watch this with us because the Encyclopedia is gonna press play when?
Right about now.
All right, so we just watched Hakushi versus Bret Hart, and I'd say it was pretty damn underrated. What do you think?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, first off, I'm a huge Hakushi fan. Jinjei Sasaki, after this, went back to New Japan, wrestled Great Muta, had a great feud with that. There's a ton of great stuff. Also did stuff with ECW. Great wrestler, ahead of his time. Innovator.
Couple observations. First and foremost, the guy, he had a couple of dives, which I think were well placed, well timed. Bret was fighting with the manager at the time, so it wasn't like they were just standing there waiting, which is what we see now most of the time. Vince McMahon made a point to say that what's his name? Hakushi. Hakushi was tattooed all over, and then you see some of the tattoos rubbing off. So that was kind of funny.
The henna, more than likely, he probably had just because you want to have it, but I mean, that stuff rubs off.
Yeah. And the other part that I thought was interesting, because his outfit was great. I love the look, I love the gear, but when you see his belt, it's a standard martial arts white belt. Probably a size 8 because it's hanging down to his freaking shins, right? But it looked like a standard martial arts belt, which is fine with me because it still looked good. The thing looked good, the moves are great. And the funny thing about this era is that anybody could win at any time in any way. Bret obviously went back and forth, so he softened him up a bit, but he won with a victory roll. And that was a completely legitimate, perfectly acceptable win. Nowadays, if somebody wins with a victory roll, we're pissed. Unless It's the stupid roll-up. The roll-up, I'm always pissed at the roll-up. The roll-up of doom, the roll-up of death, the schoolboy.
Yeah.
This was something where it was an actual maneuver, as Vince McMahon likes to yell, what a maneuver, right? What a maneuver. But it worked, and it was entertaining, and I feel like Hakushi's offense was very innovative for the time. The guy had a lot of good techniques. You saw a lot of things that maybe if you weren't looking for him, you might not have appreciated it. A couple waist locks where he would reverse, he would block, hook the leg around, block, reverse. A lot of good reversals, a lot of technical, psychological, good old-fashioned mat wrestling. And you have to high spot.
You want to call us a mat classic?
Mat classic. Okay, I'll give him that. We had the diving headbutt, a la Harley Race, a la Chris Benoit, right? I thought that was cool. He does a whole thing before, which is, I don't know, whatever. But hell of a match. I would say it was underrated because a lot of the offense that we see now and take for granted was never before seen back then.
It was revolutionary at the time.
Yeah, and he was an innovator, like you said before, with Tajiri. So, hell yeah, it gets the underrated seal of approval. Dare I say, Hakushi is prolific and gifted encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you want to add about this match, first of all, before we move on?
I think that's it. I was going to say, we look like Bret Hart's on an amazing, underrated streak.
He is. Bret Hart is, well, first of all, he's one of my favorites.
Oh.
And there's undeniable talent oozing out of every pore of Bret the Hitman Hart's body, which is why tomorrow's underrated extravaganza match is yet another Bret Hart match. Encyclopedia.
Yes, sir.
Should we tell them what it is? Or
Absolutely. They got to know. I mean, it's tomorrow, 9 a.m. You're going to see the British Bulldog from In Your House number 5.
In Your House number 5, British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith versus his brother-in-law, correct? Mr. Hart, Bret the Hitman Hart. So I'm excited because I know that's going to be a hell of a match. This is not the Wembley match, is it?
No, that was in 92.
All right, so this is a different match, but it's still hopefully going to be amazing, and we will decide if it is underrated or not. And so I think that's going to do it. Am I right?
We'll see everybody tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Later, guys.